I'm going to start this video off by saying that I do not believe that the people who play Battle Royale are the reason gaming is being ruined by it. But they do have correlation to it. Everyone hates microtransactions. But as soon as a game is free to play, they're okay with them. Even though in games like Apex Legends, some of those microtransactions are $40. That's not micro, that's macro. You can buy $40 worth of gold, silver, whatever you want to call it in your game. Not even a multiplayer only game, a battle royale game. Literally one component to it. I just don't get how people can complain about something, but as soon as the game itself becomes free, everything else that you complained about is washed away. With microtransactions not taken into account, I played Call of Duty Blackout. I played it when it was free. I didn't buy it, but I have the experience of it. And it was fun in bursts of 3 or 4 seconds when you would see some action every 3 or 4 minutes. But that's not the type of player I am. I want to play a game to where there's constant action, at least if it's multiplayer. If I'm playing a single player game where it's AI, hey, I understand. It's going to be slow sometimes because they're AI. But if you're playing real life players, multiplayer games should always be clash, 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 back and forth. But that's not the case with the Battle Royale genre. I played Fortnite. I got sniped halfway across the map. Didn't play it again. True story. That's exactly how my Grand Theft Auto career went. I finished the story in Grand Theft Auto 5. I was like, yes, I did it. Now let's go play the online multiplayer. So I went in there. I was driving my car. I see 4 people up there. They're in a group of 4. 2 people are on the roof. 2 people are in the store. I'm thinking, uh-oh, there's a robbery going down. So, I just go park at the front of the store. Don't think nothing of it. It's like, hey, these guys, they're not going to shoot some person just because he's going in there. I was just going to grab a yoo-hoo. A yoo-hoo, people. Cost me my life. I walked in through the door. Before I could do anything, I had a bullet in my chest. This dude comes over to me, puts more bullets in me. I'm dead. My thug life lasted exactly 2 minutes. All over a yoo-hoo. I took it as real life. Your hero James, he is no more in the Grand Theft Auto universe. My body, for all I know, is still laying in between that doorway and the store. That store clerk is probably still held up, and I don't even know if a funeral was thrown for me. Okay, I don't know if you throw funerals. If you're throwing funerals, you're having too much fun. Too many people are dying. You might be a constant taker of life. That's just a side story. Back to what I was saying. I didn't play Apex Legends. I don't want to play Apex Legends. I've watched probably an hour's worth of gameplay of people playing it, and almost every single video turns out having to be spliced up because it shows you how slow moving it is. Like, I love the old games to where you were put in a small arena and 1 to 2 seconds in you would find somebody. 2 to 3 seconds later, another gun battle. 3 to 4 seconds later, gun battle again. Now it's like you go 3 to 4 minutes with no play. But that's just my opinion on the Battle Royale genre. If you like it, I don't care. People like all kinds of games. People like Animal Crossing. Does that make you happy? Good for you. You like Battle Royale? Awesome. I'm not going to fault you for liking a specific game. But to me, what it boils down to is you're running on a treadmill and there's a cookie at the end of that treadmill. You've been running for an hour and you're finally done. You're the last one alive, or so you think. Okay, if you were the last one alive, you would win, but you're one of the last few alive and you're about to go for that cookie. But before you grab that cookie, you get sniped. You get killed. You didn't get any kills during that Battle Royale match and you wasted your time. What did you do wrong to lose? Simple, you didn't shoot. Why? You didn't know he was there. You didn't know he was there. You had no chance to win. That's what it is. You're running on a treadmill for a cookie you're never gonna get. Maybe you'll get that cookie. Maybe it'll be stolen from you. And I'm gonna stop saying cookie. We're gonna say ice cream. It's melted. You get no ice cream because you lost. Baskin Robbins is out of business now. Are you happy with yourself? I hope you are. But if I told you guys not to watch this video, how many of you would not watch it? Some of you would. And I would have said, no, I don't want you to watch this video. If you like Battle Royale, do not watch this video. Why? Some of you would turn off of it. Some of you would keep watching to find out exactly why. And that's exactly what happened with EA and Battlefield 5. Their honcho, because I don't know if he's a CFO, president, CEO, whatever, their head honcho said, okay, well, the developer actually said, if you don't like the game, don't buy it. I don't want to get the two confused. It's even worse when the developer himself says it. You don't like what we're doing, don't buy it. It's a whole nother debate, because if you have a bionic arm in an actual army, you're going to be discharged. Get it blown off by a grenade in war, you're going to be honorably discharged. If you get it blown off because you're drunk, you have fireworks in your hand, and you're beating a penguin with a spatula, you're probably going to get dishonorably discharged, and your face is going to get plastered all over Reddit for being a penguin beater. Sort of like this box. I'm going to show you guys right now. I got us something in a package today. Do not freeze. What are they shipping? Penguins? Right there, you see it. Found it quite humorous. I wanted to share it. So when the sales for Battlefield 5 underperformed, what did EA chalk it up to? The reason Battlefield 5 underperformed is because it did not ship with the Battle Royale mode. He's wrong. He said the reason Battlefield 5 undersold is because they focused on the single player. They're wrong. I could name you an abundance of games that are single player only that's won Game of the Year. The last multiplayer game to win Game of the Year was Overwatch, and coming from someone who plays Overwatch every single day, rates it highly, I don't think it won Game of the Year. I think it came out in 2016. The same year Uncharted 4 came out, so those were the two games competing. In my opinion, Uncharted 4 should have won. A multiplayer only game shouldn't win. That's just me. You have to work on a multiplayer and a single player, and it still comes out a masterpiece. How you lose, I don't know. People are just biased. Like I said, this is coming from someone who plays the hell out of Overwatch every single day. Where I'm going with this, and why, other than microtransactions, I feel like the Battle Royale genre is ruining gaming, is because every single game that comes out from this point on, if it underperforms in some way, a developer is going to be, well, we probably could have had Battle Royale in there and it would have sold better. And that's the problem with every single person jumping on Battle Royale games today. It's like, hey, how do we make a game sell great? Throw a Battle Royale in there. How do we make sure we get microtransactions? Battle Royale and transactions out the wazoo. Even in the bad Battle Royale games, PUBG, people still played it, embraced it, even though it clearly had its flaws. Fortnite became this hit. Blackout, everyone loved it. Call of Duty sold their best game. I forgot how long, but it was one of the best selling games for them. They made like 600 million in the first week or something. People ate it up because it was Battle Royale. Apex Legends comes out. Everyone eats it up. It's like you telling me this Battle Royale is good. This is coming from the same community who played PUBG because it was a one-of-a-kind experience, even though it was bad. I mean, yes, the players are to blame at some point for the faults of where gaming is going. The developers are to blame because they feel like they're going to put if they put a Battle Royale in their game, it's automatically going to be a rated 10 out of 10. I feel like this is going to shift the dynamic of gaming into a microtransaction heavy. Here's the thing, I see so many people today saying that if games are raised to $70 or $80 and there's no microtransactions, they would be happy. They wouldn't mind. And I just, honestly, I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible, and I really, really mean it. You are a fucking dumbass. Do you honestly think that if a game developer raised their game to $80, they still wouldn't have microtransactions in there? Do you honestly believe that? If you do, then I really suggest you never go into business. You don't know how supply and demand works. People will still buy microtransactions. They will never die out as long as people are buying them. Now any game that comes out that has even the most controversial aspect to it, it's going to be, well, people's only mad because we don't have a Battle Royale game in here. And it's already started. EA, they're too oblivious, or they have too much pride to admit that the historical inaccuracies of their game, their forced ideas and ideologies, their implied direct disdain for players to not buy their game existed. No, they're not chalking up any of those. It's because Battle Royale is so popular that because they didn't have it, that's why it undersold. I mean, in a nutshell, you take what the EA honcho said, it's because they focused on single player, the reason it undersold. So you look at Call of Duty Blackout. What did they not include? A single player campaign. And EA's already used that excuse. We focused on the single player. That's why we didn't sell a lot. Call of Duty didn't focus on the single player. And look at them. Fortnite's multiplayer only. Look at them. PUBG's multiplayer only. Look at them. Apex Legends is multiplayer only. They scrapped Titanfall 3 for a multiplayer only game. They cut corners by directly not including a story. Until something changes and people go from boycotting loot boxes to accepting microtransactions because the game is free, it's going to be the same. As soon as you start being like, well, these microtransactions are too much. Well, fine, we'll just add loot boxes. Okay, loot boxes are better. And then when you get tired of loot boxes, we want microtransactions again. Okay, microtransactions. Like, seriously, at what point do you just realize that you're the reason gaming is the way it is today? At what point? And until you realize that, it will always be the same.